created us human beings so that we can know Him, we can love Him, and we can serve Him. And thus, today we celebrate the feast of God's servants, Jesus' apostles, James and Andrew. And in the gospel of today, that is taken from the passage of John chapter 14, verse 6 to 14, we hear how Jesus tells his apostles that He is in the Father and the Father is in Him. And then Philip asked Jesus, "Lord, show us the Father and we shall be satisfied." But then Jesus says to Philip, "Have I been with you so long and yet you do not know me, Philip?" Also Jesus today asks us this question: have you been with me so long but yet you do not know me? I think one question we should ask ourselves is, the much time or more time we spend with the Lord, are we able to resemble the Lord in our lives? Our presence amongst our brothers and sisters, just by being with them, can they see God in us? Is our presence a godly presence, a presence of comfort and a presence of love that gives warmth and comfort and encourages others? Or it's a presence that threatens, or is a presence that makes people afraid? And when we read further as the gospel unpacks, we hear that Jesus tells his apostles, "Do you not believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? The words I say to you, I do not speak on my own authority, but the Father who dwells in me does His works. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Or else, if you don't believe that the Father is in me and I am in the Father, believe me for the sake of the works themselves." My dear brothers and sisters, in our lives, we should ask also ourselves a question: that are our works portraying that we are really Christians, or our works, our deeds are completely away from the Lord and they are the absence of good, which is evil? Are our works, our actions that we do very close to those of Christ? Because as we have read from the beginning that Jesus says, "I have been with you and yet you do not know me." The only way we can know God is by being with Him, and thus by being with Him we can experience Him way better in our lives. And thus our works, our actions will be godly. They will resemble that we are really Christians. We should ask ourselves, is my presence in other people's life godly? Can people experience Christ in my life as a bearer of Christ? Are my works good enough to portray that I'm really a Christian? This is what we should be asking ourselves, my dear brothers and sisters. And then as the gospel unpacks further, we hear Jesus saying, "Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and greater works than those will he do." My dear brothers, I think if we really believe in the Lord and put our trust in Him, we can do greater works. When we ask, as He says to us at the end of the gospel, "I will do it, whatever you ask in my name, I will do it, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it." And therefore, as Jesus repeatedly tells us here, "I will do it," we should also continue asking the Lord that He does all these wonders in our lives, especially the wonders of resembling Him amongst our brothers and sisters, as to fulfill the mission, the purpose that He created us for, to be with Him, to know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him. And to be with the Lord, to know the Lord, and to serve the Lord is also by sharing with our brothers and sisters. And then only are our deeds very godly, and thus God will be happy with us. Am I ready to resemble God in my life, that people should experience the love of God through me? Am I ready that my actions be those that portray and show that I'm a true Christian? May God bless His words.